So this video is quite a big video for this channel. If you've seen videos on this channel before, you will know that I have been a fan of Logan Paul for a good amount of time now. I used to watch the vlogs back in the day, some pretty good times, I can't lie. I bought a ton of the merch back in the day. I also ended up buying out entire collections of the brand change when it changed to Maverick clothing and doing that. So this video is a pretty special one to me. As you can see in the title of the video, I have purchased one of the original prototype from the relaunch of Maverick clothing. That's right, this piece was never put on sale, it was never officially released, and as far as I currently know, there is only one of them available in the entire world. Not only does the sizing make sense, but I can't ever remember really seeing this ever again since the one or two times it appeared in the vlogs. So let's break down this story right here and right now. So as I said earlier on in this video, I am a pretty huge collector of the brand launched by Logan Paul, Maverick clothing. Now Maverick clothing have been releasing drops for years and years and years, and I've made a lot of reviews, and when I say a lot of reviews I mean a lot of reviews. So many reviews that actually Logan himself managed to see, and it caught the attention of him and the Maverick team. So much so that he actually commented on one of them reviews, and that's still there to this day. Yeah, it's still kind of difficult to believe that actually happened, but here we are. So naturally, when Maverick clothing basically ended its run, there was a good amount of unreleased stuff. And slowly but surely over the last couple of years, I have been collecting and trying to search the corners of the internet to find these missing pieces, these unreleased pieces from unreleased collections. Collections that were supposed to go out but never did for some reason. And there's actually a video on this channel where I kind of throw my thoughts together on what I think actually happened to Maverick clothing, but if you want to go ahead and check that out, check that video out. So yeah, I'm a pretty big collector, but I did not expect to come across this piece in particular. Now, a little bit more about this piece. It cropped up in a couple of vlogs. As you can see, there are pictures of Logan wearing this, and as far as I am aware, this is the only one that actually exists, because it is a literal prototype for the clothing line before the actual clothing line was released, and this design was ultimately scrapped as the first collection came out and obviously didn't include this long sleeve top. So yeah, it was a pretty big deal when I found this, and I thought, you know what, let's make a video on it. So yeah, here we are. So about a week goes by and I get this package right here in the mail, and this is right here the official prototype for Maverick clothing, the brand, the piece that was unreleased and is still basically unreleased to this day. So yeah, let's go ahead and unbox this right here on video. So as you can see, this piece has been packed pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, here we go. Here is the actual piece. I'm gonna get rid of all this packaging. Okay, so this is the top right here. So we're gonna go ahead and take a little look at this right now. So let's open this up. This is actually pretty crazy. Like, this is an actual collector's piece, and genuinely, even though there are pieces that are unreleased, I know there are multiple pieces of the same unreleased thing. With this piece, there is probably only one of these available in the world, as this is the literal prototype for the brand Logan basically had himself. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this up right now, and as you can see, this is looking pretty legit because I can see the logo, the tag on the inside. This is a size large, which also would fit with Logan build at the time. Currently, it definitely would fit with that. And as you can see, it is a size large, but it is also very, very worn. These tags did come out a lot whiter when I got my pieces, so this has definitely been worn. Let's open this up right here, and here it is, right here. This is actually kind of crazy that we have this, that we actually have this in my hands right here. It does feel like a piece of YouTuber history at this point, but yeah, this is kind of crazy, because if this is the one of one and there is no more made in the world, and this means that this one is Logan's actual Maverick prototype t-shirt, or long sleeve shirt, sorry, then this means that this is the actual one that was included within the vlogs, which yeah, is pretty insane. So yeah, let's take a little look at this and the actual design. So as you can see, you've got the raised print right here, the Mav raised print on the side, which again, this was the only time that this has ever been placed like this, which, I mean, it does look pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, but for whatever reason they didn't approve it and it never got released. So let's have a little look right here. So yeah, this is the map, and again, you can tell this usually is very, very crisp and white on the actual pieces that I have gotten with this print on, but yeah, as you can see right here, it does definitely look like it's been worn through a little bit. Then, if we go to the arms right here, you can see that it has the Maverick grey logo right here, which is a little bit more higher placement than it is on the crew neck, but it is the same sort of principle as the arm prints on the crew neck. But again, what I want to say, this is not a crew neck, this is a long sleeve this is a long sleeve shirt, which is kind of crazy. So right here we have the Maverick logo right here. Looks really, really cool, I can't lie. And I've always enjoyed this from all the other pieces. This is kind of crazy that I'm doing this review right now as well. I haven't done a Maverick review in like a proper Maverick review in years, and it's kind of surreal. I definitely hope that the brand would make a return someday, but it's just not looking likely at this point. So yeah, the only thing I can say is that I hope to try and collect some more of these unreleased pieces, as there is just so many different variants which got unreleased, from shorts to different t-shirts to literal jackets that like are again one of ones, Logan only own these jackets, to even more jackets, to like crew necks and shorts. There is so many things that were unreleased from this brand, so this is something that I want to try and do in the future, to a point where I can maybe try and get my hands on some more of these pieces and review them and show them on this channel for you guys, because that would actually be really, really cool, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, on to the next part of this review. Right here you have the Maverick M logo right here, which is in the same sort of print as the Mav logo on the front right here. But yeah, as you can see, again, this has been pretty worn. As you can see, there is some wearing to this. It does look like it has been worn a couple of times, which again could be very, very accurate to where Logan would really just wear these for the actual vlogs themselves, so it does make sense right here. But yeah, you've got the Maverick M right there, which again, this did make a return on the actual crew neck itself, but again, it was further down on the arm, it was not as high up on the arm, so I'm guessing they changed the placement and they wanted that for a crew neck as well. So let's go over to the back print right here, which it does have a couple of back prints on this t-shirt. So let's start at the top. You have the Maverick logo right here, which is raised, and then you've got the living proof sort of logo right here at the bottom. So you've got Maverick.co, the prototype 2020, living proof, and yeah, this is a really, really special piece right here, as you can see. And again, if we pull it down to the bottom here, you have this same text on the bottom, and I'm assuming that this got dropped because basically it's the same thing but printed on two different parts of here. But personally, I think it does look very, very cool. I do genuinely really like the idea of this. Yeah, I think it is very, very cool right there. So yeah, that is basically all of the prints over and done with. So I'm going to go ahead and actually try this on right now. Let's give it a try. What do I even say at this point? This video has to be probably one of the craziest videos on this entire channel. The fact that I somehow came across this was an insane stroke of luck, to the point where I'd even say that maybe all of these years of collecting full collections from Maverick clothing and copying the merch, maybe this, it's got to be like some sort of sign, just like how the world sort of goes round and loops back. This definitely has to be one of them moments where it looped back. This has to be the rarest piece from Maverick clothing, and I definitely consider myself one of, if not the top Maverick collector out there. I mean, I've got a ton of unreleased stuff. I've got pretty much almost every piece that was ever released. So I have a lot of Maverick clothing and Maverick merchandise from over the years. So this does feel like a bit of a full circle moment. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, you can see it in different vlogs, and it was never really seen again. I expected it to release with that first collection, but it never did, and I think that pretty much consolidates that this was just a one-off prototype just to quality test the actual garments and the prints, and really just quality test the entire thing. And that makes it all the more cool that I actually own this piece. The quality, I think it's pretty good quality. I really like the quality on this. The prints, it definitely was like a lot of these prints feel exactly the same as they did back on that first collection. So it does show that a lot of these were finalized and used. I'm so happy that I actually own this piece. As somebody who has been collecting Maverick clothing for years and like buy out entire collections and review them online, and then through the process of that entire like Smoke collection drop and purchasing the entire collection and then reviewing that, and then, you know, higher ups at Maverick actually seeing that video, so Logan then actually seeing that video himself and commenting on it, that whole process all the way back, it like comes full circle back to this right here, which is pretty insane. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one-of-one exclusive video, definitely a piece of YouTuber history. And yeah, this was such an epic video to make. I genuinely actually really enjoyed this video and the whole process of this video, and yeah, it's just been pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Just before we do end this video, if anybody from the Maverick clothing brand is watching this, whether you are a higher up manager, etc., or Logan Paul if you're watching this yourself, then I am currently on a quest to find every single unreleased piece of Maverick clothing, try and make videos and review it for all of the people watching this YouTube channel. And as a pretty passionate collector of the brand, I want to make it my personal mission to try and get as many of the unreleased pieces as humanly possible. If anybody is watching this who has a unreleased piece of Maverick clothing, whether you're a manager at the brand or you worked at the brand or anything like that, then please do hit me up on my Instagram, which is official_Dan_B. It's on the page right now. Shoot me a message there, and yeah, I definitely think the next step is to try and collect more pieces. I feel like this is the next step and we're gonna go for it. So you know what, fuck it, let's make this a whole thing and try and collect as many of these unreleased pieces as humanly possible so that I can become the #1 Maverick clothing collector in the world. But yeah, that pretty much does it for the end of this video, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment, like and subscribe as always, and let's see what's in store for next week's video. Play the trailer. Today we're going to be trolling vegans. We also have a bacon double cheeseburger because we can't leave the pigs out of it. And then finally we have the Big Mac. I'ma just talk my shit. I'ma do what it take to win. Shorty, I'm way too sick.